All right, well, welcome back to part three of building our own homestead landing page or branding page. And this should be our last tutorial um, in building this. I apologize for the layout here. My computer just cut off, and I'm having to kind of go back off of memory. But so what I want to do now is actually, so we've done our title, we've done our YouTube or our picture right here. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and add our actual article. And what I normally suggest people to do is to go ahead and open up a Word file and type your article together. And before you start typing, maybe go online, look around, see what other leaders are doing, how they're posturing themselves, and come up with a feel, something that really you feel like brands you, and it really lets people allow them to build rapport with you and know who you are. I'm not going to tell you what to put in your ad because that's really up to you. But if you're asking me, some suggestions, what I would say is in your ad, you want to keep it really simple. Maybe talk a little bit about your history, what you've done in this industry, or maybe if you're new to it, what was it about Miro Plus that you really liked. Just be creative, and remember, you can always go back and critique and adjust things as you build it. So what I've done is I've typed my information together, and I'm going to go ahead and hit paste. And as you see, my ad or my article now shows up. So if we go back to preview, we can get a feel for it. We got our home-based business information there, my YouTube. We now have written by Marcus Brigham. We now have the information down there. Of course, it's off-centered a little bit. You can always center it up by dragging it over here. And as you see here, I have some things highlighted in, in red bold. All you have to do, let me go back to edit to show you how to do that, is if you click here, let's say I'm clicking on this particular box here, I can bold it by clicking bold here. Sorry, my little 2-year-old down there crying. Or I can hit red right here. Okay, so what I've done is I just simply highlighted the area. I hit bold, and again I can change my coloring to red, to orange, green. It's really up to you, but one thing I would tell you is don't get carried away. If it starts having too much coloring, it starts to look really strange. So now that we have everything done, we're almost complete. The last thing we want to do, all right, if you hear noise in the background, I apologize. My kids are home sick, and so I'm trying to get things done, even though I don't have that much quietness right now. Lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to add our link. And once we have our link added, we're now pretty much done, and then you can kind of go in and fill the gaps and add different things to bring out your website. So what we want to do here is at the very bottom is say, take the tour now. Whoops. Something like that. So all I'm going to do is simply highlight that and maybe make it a little bit bigger, bold it. Now, of course, people can't click on that. I have to assign it to a link. So now that I have it typed up, we want to go ahead and highlight it. And then we're going to actually go into our Miro Plus website, which I have mine queued up. Go into your back office, grab your web. Excuse me. As you can see, we're all kind of battling a cold. So I'm going to click on where it says my information here, Marcus Brigham, the My World Results website. I'm going to copy that. Now I'm going to go back into my Homestead account. It's already highlighted there. So again, all we've done is we wanted to simply highlight it. We're going to go up here to where it says link. And then right here where it says URL, click there, and we're going to paste it in there. I don't need to have two HTTP codes. There we go. Hit OK. now you'll see where it's like it has a little line underneath it. So if I go to preview, well, check this out. Now we've got everything laid up. If I go all the way to the very bottom, hit take tour, click on it, there we go. Now it takes them to the tour. Now you have now completed your website. See how we're doing for time. So as I mentioned to you, this is a very, very easy website to build. Now you can always go back, and as I told you, let's say you wanted to change the background to something else, you just simply click on the background, scroll all the way down. Like I changed it to navy blue, so now if I go hit preview, there's my navy blue right here. Let's say I want to now change this to red. I just highlighted it, go to red. Let's say I want to maybe make this a little bit smaller, then I'll just simply go to change the font size. So you have the ability to do everything. I can make my picture bigger, or so that's it. People ask me, Marcus, how did you do your website? How did you get 1,000 people to enroll? I created a basic generic website just like this. It doesn't have to be too busy. My thing I always share with people is if it has too much glitter and gold on your website, it becomes a distraction. You want people to be able to focus on the information that you're presenting to them. So with that said, that completes the Homestead training of how to build your website. As I mentioned, we did this in about 24, 25 minutes. It doesn't take long at all. Go back and forth to these websites and click around. As you can see here, I don't use all this stuff, but you have the ability to have different clip arts here. You can design your own logo. Play around with this stuff, but I just simply gave you the ABCs of building your website, and now you have the ability to create multiple websites. Now once you're done, one thing I do need to tell you is where it says publish, be sure to click on the publish button. And you want to make sure, well, first, I'm sorry, you have to hit save all. Then it's going to ask you, what would you like to publish? Just hit this page. Don't hit entire site, this page. And so I have it checked here because once I publish it, it's going to show me what my published page looks like. And it takes you seconds to publish your page. And I mean, it's going to be up and ready to roll. And as you see, once you publish it, there's your link right there. So you can actually highlight this, cut, and paste it into like an email and send it off to people, and they can go view this website. So it's up and running. So that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. You now know how to complete a homestead website, and best wishes to you. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me, all right? I appreciate you and your patience in me. I have a very bad cold, but I wanted to get this done. And I hope that this was very helpful to you, all right? Be blessed, and I'll see each and every one of you at the top.